gamer, welcome to the video. Today I want to talk about my complete mods load order for Skyrim Special Edition on Xbox Series X. In this video there will be a lot of mods that improve the gameplay and the overall experience with the game. If you are looking to improve just the graphics, I already made a video that talks only about the mods that improve both graphics and frame rate, which also includes a graphical comparison of vanilla and modded Skyrim. So I suggest you to watch that video for those improvements, but keep in mind that I made some minor changes to the load order and I added or removed a few mods from that video, and I'm going to talk about everything right now. Anyway, the link to that video is in the description. Quick reminder before we start, some mods that you'll find in this video are only suitable for new characters, so don't activate them when playing characters that have already leveled up. I will mark the mods that are only suitable for new characters with an asterisk and a text. If I already discussed in detail one of the mods of this video in my previous one, I will only talk briefly about them, unless I have some details to add. You can check more information in the graphics video if you want. All the mods you'll find in this video will be linked in description, and the load order is the same order in which I will talk about every mod. Let's go! The first mod in my load order is the Unofficial Skyrim Special Edition patch. That fixes many bugs of the game, and I also noticed it adds many new lore-friendly items hidden throughout the world. Next, Uncapped FPS allows to play the game at a stable 60 frames per second. Let's now get onto one of the mods that I didn't discuss yet. Wildcat improves the balancing of the entire game. You will rarely find battles that are super hard or super easy, and other than this, thanks to Wildcat, there will be a new interesting layer of gameplay to the combat in the form of injuries. You can get or inflict to your enemies injuries to chest, legs, arms and head, and each one of them have a different negative effect. For example, a character to which occurred a leg injury may fall to the ground when trying to sprint or deal a heavy attack, giving time to the opponent to strike the finishing blow. With MLU or Moral Loot Ultimate, rare items become more difficult to find, and as such much more rewarding. Furthermore, you will no longer find bandits wearing super rare and legendary items, which wouldn't make any sense. This works very well alongside the items added by the Unofficial Skyrim Special Edition patch we discussed before, and a few other mods we didn't discuss yet. Summer Mist Enchantments includes 120 new enchantments. These enchantments can be applied to weaponry or clothes, and I have to say that this really made a huge difference when I built my first set of enchanted armor. Thanks to Summer Mist, you will be able to make new interesting combinations for your armor, and use swords, bows, axes, and maces and crossbows. Wear multiple rings allows you to... well, you got it. I don't know yet how many rings you can wear with this mod, but at the moment I have around 15 rings for my character. Make sure that each ring is as different as possible from the others, because the game won't let you wear even just 2 rings that are identical or very similar. With Cloaks of Skyrim, you will be able to craft many types and colors of cloaks. I can never go back to play Skyrim without this mod, because other than allowing you to craft or even find unique cloaks in your travels, it also adds them to NPCs, and in most cases it gives a much stronger look to many powerful NPCs. To craft cloaks, you will first need the book called Fryssa the Wild's Nordic Tailoring. Go to a tanning rack and craft it, then have fun with your cloaks. Right after this mod I installed Cloaks of Skyrim Retextured 1K, to give them a quite better look. There is also a 2K version, and I'll link them both in description. In this section of the video I will tell you all the graphics mods I use for armors, and almost all of them are from Nordware UA. The first in my load order is Vanilla Armor Replacer, which replaces most of the armors with more detailed ones, and also shifts things around. For example, I love this very medieval armor, which in this mod is the steel plate armor. The old steel plate takes now the place of the Nordic armor. After this mod I installed VAR Ebony Armor. Most high-level armors remained untouched by the previous mod, so I decided to pick up this great looking piece of protection for myself. This is a very knight-styled design, which I really love. Next I installed Nordware UA's Stormcloaks. This mod makes so that Stormcloaks have a distinct look to flesh them out more, as opposed to vanilla Skyrim that just gave them the same armors guards use in towns. This mod also comes with many variants for each rank of the Stormcloaks, and improves Ulfric's armor and clothing. The next armor graphic mod I use is Authentic Legion Replacer, which does the same job of the previous one but for the Legion. The armor's design of the Legion is now much more close to the one seen in Oblivion, and I gotta say I really love it. The last graphical improvement for armors is Sky Realism Blades Armor. This mod doesn't change the Blades armor design, but it gives them much better textures, which in my opinion were really needed. More choice and variety is something I always wanted for Skyrim's arsenal, and Heavy Armory solves this issue very well. This mod expands Skyrim's arsenal with clubs, halberds, hatchets, long maces, mauls, quarter saves, short spears, short swords, spears, glaives and tridents. The only issue I have with it is that it doesn't have custom animations, but hey, the guy still made an amazing job to put these tools in our hands and in the hands of NPCs. Cyrodiilic Minotaurs. These creatures used to scare me out so much in Oblivion that I could not resist to install this mod. Don't let them get close unless you have good armor and quite a lot of health. There are a lot of Minotaurs near Falkreath, but you can find them across all Skyrim. Goblins. These guys use the audio and the animations from Solstime's Reiklings. I fought some of them at the very start of my character and they were very strong. You can find them in random camps around Skyrim, in some mines, and sometimes there will be some friendly goblins living alongside orcs in their strongholds. With Splendor Dragon variants, you will get 700 dragon skins for just about 300 kilobytes. Another mod I use for dragons is Zim's Dragon Improvements Lite. What this does is just giving dragons a name and also a unique tooth to loot each time you defeat one. There are also a heavy and a full version of this mod that contain many other features which also include some balancing and tweaking, but I didn't really like what was proposed in them, anyhow I will link them all in description. I have no idea if anyone is interested in this, but I have one retexture for Alduin and then one for Arvak. These come in many other colors too, but I will only link the ones I used this time around. Obis SE Organized Bandits in Skyrim will include many new bandits classes to each group of bandits, and will also divide them in sub-factions, plus it also comes with bandit masks, which come in many colors. This mod comes with a book to manage its settings. Populated lands, roads, paths Legendary V3 will greatly increase the encounters you'll have when traveling throughout Skyrim, and these encounters never feel cheap or stale, so that your experience is varied and immersive. Immersive Patrols adds a reasonable amount of Stormcloaks, Thalmor, Imperial and Dawnguard patrols to Skyrim and a few Skal, River and Reikling patrols to Solstheim. The combination of these and the previous mod will give a real breath of life to Skyrim. Ordinator Perks of Skyrim is one of those mods that requires a new character to be installed and activated. With Ordinator you will have much more control on the abilities of your character, and many perks come with super interesting new mechanics that I find very fitting with the rest of the world. Apocalypse Magic of Skyrim adds an incredible amount of new spells to you and NPCs. Experiment a world of magic discovery and annihilation thanks to Apocalypse. Super important! Be sure to also install the compatibility mod that makes Ordinator work alongside Apocalypse. The mod is called Apocalypse Ordinator Compatibility, and this one is also linked in description. 50 PCT more perk points makes so that every 2 levels you level up you get 2 perk points instead of just 1, and it does it exactly like this: level up 1 point, level up 1 point, level up 2 points, rinse and repeat. I really love this mod as it lets you improve your character a little quicker without letting you be straight up overpowered. Epic Crab's Lawbringer Plus will allow you to claim certain locations for a faction of your choice. I really like these tiny adjustments to Skyrim, as I think they go a long way to make the world feel more alive. Tamriel Retextured improves the textures of most artificial environments of the game. MRF's Castel Volcair is a mod that I installed more of a necessity rather than improving the graphics of the Vampire's Castle, but I also gotta say the new textures are pretty dope. While exploring the castle, I encountered a weird bug on some doors that I solved by installing this very mod. The bug was some doors displaying a weird semi-transparent orange texture, so I'm very glad I could solve it through this mod. One thing that I didn't initially think of improving graphically for Skyrim was its caves textures. If you think about it, in Skyrim you spend a lot of time in caves and dungeons, so Skyrim retextured caves is what we need to improve those type of environments. This mod not only covers the stone caves, but also the snow ones. Friendly SMIM makes a very wonderful job in improving a lot of small items like chairs, tables and rooks. Cathedral Landscapes V3 is the most important mod of this list and improves a lot the landscapes of the game up close and in the distance, without impacting the performance. Majestic Mountains allows the mountains of Skyrim and Solstheim to look as good as possible. Glassy Water 4K is my favorite mod to improve the looks of the water. Simply Darker Inferno Fire Effect Light makes interiors a little darker and fires much more beautiful. Enhanced Night Skyrim introduces a high resolution and beautiful sky for the joy of your eyes. With a quality world map, the world map will look much better and detailed than before, for both Skyrim and Solstheim. Obsidian Weathers and Seasons improves the game's lighting, adds a season system based on the in-game calendar and many new weathers. Check your magic powers to manage these mod's settings. And last, I removed Open Cities Skyrim because the game crashed every time I tried to travel to Windhelm, so yes. And that was it, these are all the mods I used, and the goal of this list was to make everything Skyrim proposed even better by respecting the original intentions of Bethesda. I hope you liked the video, leave a comment if you did, and subscribe for more odd content. I'm Chris, the gaming enthusiast, and you've been inside the hidden Oddbox. Check out more videos if you enjoyed, and as always, thank you for watching, have a nice day, and game on. Subscribe, it's free!